This is video 7A in the SQL series, and it's entitled Variables within MySQL. I'm Dr. Renaud from Shawnee State University, and I'll be taking you through this brief video presentation on variables. The title of this presentation is Variables, so we'll be talking about them and how to use them in the MySQL database. Now, each implementation of SQL, each different flavor or variety of SQL may have a different way to use variables. They might be slightly different or even totally different. So this video is very specific to MySQL, but what's here should be able to be transferred by using documentation and other resources. In this video, I'm going to show two different ways to create a variable, which is a symbol that references a value using either the set statement or by using an operator within the select statement. And then we're going to show how to use variables in your SQL statements. Now in MySQL, all variables start with an @ sign with the A with the circle around it, or the with the shift 2 on your US keyboard. The name of a variable must contain the letters A through Z, the numbers 0 through 9, and an underscore, and are case insensitive. So the variable @A, capital A, and the variable lowercase a lowercase a are in fact the same variable. We can use the set statement to set a variable, and you can see here are three examples of one setting a variable called invoice to the number 12345, set price to 34.78, and setting username equal to Jim. Pay careful attention that the operator to do the setting is not the equal sign, but it's :equal. That's what we used to use back in an old language called Pascal many years ago, but it was chosen so that we couldn't confuse setting a variable to testing for equality, because a single equal sign is used for testing for equality. So set @invoice : equal value would create a new variable called @invoice and assign its value. These are also often used in stored procedures, and they're used within a session of the database. So in our grader, for instance, we have to put our variable declarations and all of our SQL statements, and when we hit submit, they're there, but they won't be there for the next statement you submit. If you're connecting to MySQL through a terminal interface or through some other interfaces, your variables may continue to hold their values as you execute multiple statements. So once you close that session, though, those variables are gone. So here is an example with a few more details of actually setting and using variables and maybe why you would want to use them. For instance, we have created a variable called shipno, or the shipment number of 11122. We've created a price and a cost variable, quantity ordered and quantity shipped variable, and then a shipping amount variable. Notice then when we're inserting into shipment where we have our values clause, we use the variable name @shipno, or @cost times quantity ordered, and @cost times quantity shipped. So you can see that it's using the values that are stored in the variables to execute the SQL statement. You can then see that the same variables of cost, price, quantity ordered, and quantity shipped, and shipment number are used in another insert statement. That allows you to change it in one place up at the top and it be changed everywhere, and the new value or the current value is used in all of the subsequent statements within the transaction. So you can see that we start a transaction and commit a transaction. That's kind of neat, isn't it? Variables may also be set in a select statement. So you can see that the first select statement there there would set the variable cust underscore count to the number of rows in the customer table that could be used later. We could also see that the next select creates a variable called ship count equal to the count of the number of rows in the shipment table. And then that third line calculates the average number of shipments per customers, ship count divided by cust count, and displays it because it's a select without a from or without a where or anything else. So it'll do the calculations and just show those values. You can see the fourth select here on this screen of setting a variable with a select where we set the variable a equal to the string hello and the variable b equal to the string world all at the same time. That could have been easily done with two set statements instead of one select as I did it here. If you want to know more about how MySQL handles variables and ways they can be used, I really do suggest this site on MySQL tutorial on MySQL variables. This concludes the brief introduction on number 7A on variables in MySQL. I'd like to say thank you for watching. Remember that this presentation is copyright 2021 by James M. Renaud, PhD. All rights are reserved. You can contact me at jrenaud.shawnee@shawnee.edu. And again, thanks for watching.